Namaste, yogis. My name is Raghunath, and we've made it to the men's 30-day yoga challenge. This is day 23. If you've made it here every day, I have to salute you. It's quite impressive because it's hard to be committed in this world, and to show up even for 10 minutes, it's tough to do. So congratulations. Today we're going to do things especially that men suffer with, where we start to deal with working towards a full split. We're not going to do that today, but we're going to work towards it, and then we're going to do some strong balances. So let's just jump right in here, because we don't want to waste any time with me gabbing. You know, if you've been here with me for this many days, you know I can gab. We're going to come right into our child's pose. We like to start here at sort of our home base, and then immediately I'm going to come right into my dog. And I'm going to warm up my legs by lifting, lunging, reaching, and coming right down to dog. Again, lifting, lunging, reaching, and one breath right back to dog. Let's do that 3 times on each side. Lift, lunge, reach, dog. With the breath. Lift it, inhale, lunge it, exhale. Inhale up, exhale, dog. Last time. Exhale. Stay and breathe. Now you're going to find this is quite fascinating to do. That simple thing I just did right there, you just did right there, that's a great way to wake up in the morning. That's all you need to know, just some simple practices that you can apply. You don't even have to join a yoga school. Do some of these simple practices at home. Now, the next one, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift the foot up high, bring it through, and then instead of having that leg bent, I'm going to keep it straight, and I'm going to step forward. So, my stance is a little shorter, and both legs are straight. And I'm going to place my hands on my hips, because I want my hips to be facing forward. That means if there's lights, like headlights of a car on my hips, those lights will be facing forward. Also, you're not on a tight rope here. The foot is a little wide as you're facing forward. Your hands are on your hips. You draw your right hip back. Notice how I draw that right hip back. Don't bend the leg. 2 straight legs. Draw the right hip back, the right shoulders back. And now watch, I'm going to come forward halfway. When I come forward, I keep that right hip drawing back, and I bring my hands out wide. Now, for a lot of guys especially, I don't know why guys, I'm sure there's a reason, but culturally or whatever, my butt starts to sting from here to here, sometimes to here. And then I want to cheat and bend the leg, but don't bend this leg. Okay, so I want to not lead with my head, I want to drop my heart down. So I want to sort of move my skull away from this point in my hip, and then drop my heart down. So if that's all you can do, that's fine. If you can go a little lower and hover, that's fine. But I'm just going to hover here. I made a big mistake. I need my block. Or if you have a book or a block, I want you to put your block right here. So you're going to come down, hover, and then after like 5 deep breaths, you're going to place your hand on your block and bring your right hand up in the sky. So it's sort of my twist. This is called a twisting triangle. I have 2 straight legs. Notice that this back leg wants to come off the floor. If I'm doing that, if that heel's coming up, back up a little, make the block higher. Good, and then fold over that leg. Now, from here, I'm going to put a little bend in this leg. I'm going to bring my hands up, and I'm going to come up to one leg. Hands out wide. You can point the toe, or you can flex the foot. Broaden your chest. Hands to the floor. Step back to dog. Left foot high. Bring it through. Remember, we're going to step forward about a foot. We're not on a tightrope. You have 2 straight legs. The block will come to the right side. Just put it like this. Hands are on the hips. I draw the left hip back. As I fold forward, my left hip draws back. I lead with my No, my heart, not my head. I pointed to my head. Just like that, I hover here. I let it sting, I want it to sting. And after my 5 breaths, I only did about 3, but after my 5, I drop my right hand down and bring my left hand high. Adjust the block, whatever you need. 2 straight legs though. And then I release the hand down. I put a little bend in this leg, come forward, straighten the leg. Warrior 3, this is called. Looks like an airplane, doesn't it? You can put a micro bend in the left knee. Lower down, and back in my lunge. Step back to plank. Here we are in plank again. Watch, I'm gonna tip and reach the hand high. We did this very early in the challenge. If you need to drop the knee, that's okay. What I really wanna do is strengthen that shoulder, whatever it's gonna take. So it might be here, it might be here. What would it be like to lift that leg? Things get more subtle here. What would it be like to bring the knee towards the face without crunching your back? Good. Come to plank, tip. Shoulders are getting strong. Post the leg, you can even post the top leg. Lift the leg, it's tough to do, or bring that knee high. That's very tough to do. Plank, pull back to dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Hang here. Come down low. Breathe. From squatting, my hand is underneath the knee. I'm going to reach my right hand up. Could release it. Hand underneath the knee. Left hand up. Hands to namaste. Come to your knees. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to interlace my fingers like this. It looks like a U with my arms. And I'm just going to come up to down dog here. I'm going to look towards my knees, straighten my legs, and lift my hips up high towards the back of the room. And then I'm going to step back to plank. In this case, I'm going to move forward a little bit because it was off the mat. I'm going to firm up my tummy here. Lift your thighs up off your knees, press your heels back. And then again, walk your feet forward. Here we are back. Let's drop to the knees. Now the top of my head is going to go right on the floor. The top of my head means where I would balance a book if I was to stand up tall. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to place my hands within this U. And then straighten my legs. Yeah, you know where we're going with this, right? So from here, we don't want to create a head like this, and we don't want to create it like this. Matter of fact, if you want to do the headstand, you can go right to a wall right now. Pick up your computer or whatever, go right to a wall so you're on the actual wall. I'm going to do this in the center of the room, and I'm also going to show you how to do this if you don't want to go upside down. Because it's good to be in the position, even if I'm not leaving or getting my feet in the air. Watch, here and here, my neck is getting jammed. I want you to press through your elbows, even so you can lift your head off the floor. And then at your desire, place as much of your head on the floor as possible. Now, of course, if you've got any neck injury, don't put any weight on your neck, okay? But if you feel like, no, I'm okay, I want you to place the top of your head on the floor. And then as much weight as possible. How do you get rid of the weight on your spine? You press through your elbows. Now, as I walk closer, I have to press more through my elbows. The weight is coming through elbows and the back of the fists, the back of the hands. As I walk closer, more weight is there, so I press harder. I'm even going to lift a leg. Now, some of us can start to go up here, and I can use the wall, of course, to catch myself. And then there's a balance between the back of my hands and my elbows. If you want to come up with the legs, use the wall. Okay, here come the coins out of my pocket. Ready? And then you can go wide legs. Right? Or feet touching. Or both legs up and one leg parallel to the earth. Or both legs parallel to the earth. It's a little harder to do. And then eventually I come down and I rest here in my child's pose. If you're going to do and then you stay in child's pose. Now, if you're going to do the headstand for the first time, I recommend going right against the wall. If you don't want to do it, you can stay right here with your head off the floor. There's still a lot of benefit. There's incredible benefit just being upside down because it starts to move the blood in a different way that gravity goes. Now, lay on your back and close your eyes. Shavasana. That's it for today. We did it. This is tough stuff. It's simple. It's especially tough if we've never done it. And eventually, you start to do this stuff that becomes like second nature. And it's amazing how when people say, how do you do a headstand, man? That looks crazy. What, do you got a lot of ab strength? You don't even think about it. It's like someone saying to you, hey man, how do you walk? I don't know, I just walk. No, how do you do it? You got strong abs, strong legs, I don't know, I just walk. We don't think about it. We become this free within the body that we don't even think basically how we're doing. We have to actually break it down to somebody. That's what a yoga teacher is. We break down that which is actually becomes second nature. And after a while it becomes, and what's happening after a while is we are just becoming very comfortable within this frame. Why shouldn't we be? If I have to drive a car, why shouldn't I know how that car works? So I have to